Well, as we venture outside, and you should on a day like this, it's beautiful out there. Winter's deep freeze is behind us. The harsh weather may have caused severe damage to your chimney, and you may still be unaware of it. Sometimes the damage is visible from the ground, like what you see on your screen, but other times your chimney's damaged, but you don't even know it because you don't get up there unless you have a professional out for an inspection. Speaking of which, we just happen to have one in studio. James Anderson with Approved Home Improvements. That's the professional we're talking about. Now, James, when a viewer calls you today for a free exterior chimney inspection, what can they expect?
So we run our shows in the beginning of the week because we like to run all our calls the same week they come in. So anybody that calls today, we will run all our service calls or estimates by the end of the week.
Okay. So that's going to happen. Things are going to happen fast.
Yeah.
This is nothing you're going to get on a list, and we'll get to you when we can.
No, even in the hard weather, we make sure that happens, but in this weather, it makes it a lot easier.
All right, if a customer chooses Approved for the project, what about what can we expect from that point forward?
So if they choose us to do it, and they call and accept it, we usually get the job done the same week it's accepted, and at the very last 10 days. So at the very longest, within 2 weeks from the time you sign the contract, your job will be completed.
All right, let's talk about how the homeowner can prevent the damage to begin with.
So if your chimney looks perfect, that's the perfect time to see us. I know that sounds crazy. It's just like changing your oil when your car is running perfect. We come in for the preservation package on the crown and the chimney, and we can prevent you from ever having to do any serious repairs to your chimney.
So this is the kind of thing that we talk about two different kinds of damage. We've talked about critters getting in your chimney. We've talked about the smoke buildup and the creosote and all of that stuff. But this is from the outside, and what you're looking at here are some of the befores.
Right, so this is what Mother Nature does to your chimney when you don't think you're sitting in your warm house and your chimney's going through all the variance of temperatures. And that's when we come in. One on the right is almost to the point it needs to be tore down. So it goes to the homeowner. It doesn't, by the time they notice it needs something, it's usually in pretty bad shape. And we want to get there and inspect it before that's how it gets maintenance.
Look at that.
Yeah, and that's completely finished, and there's a night and day difference. But you know, you get used to like your chimney looks just like everything around the house. It gets worse a little day at a time, and you just get used to it. And by the time somebody points it out, it's gotten a lot worse than what you realize. And that's why these inspections are so important.
I'm wondering if some people don't understand why it is that we talk about chimneys like this. First of all, they're at the top of your house. They're completely exposed to everything. The cold, the wind, the rain, the snow, the heat, and everything. And just like the streets, they take a beating and we get potholes, and you've talked about that before. It's the same process.
You're going in your house, you set your heat on 70, 72, your air on 70, so your house is the same all the time. It ain't expanding and contracting. Outside, Mother Nature expands and contracts it, and this all goes on well above your head and where you normally focus, and it does happen quickly and without you noticing it.
How is it that you can get to your customers so quickly?
You know, I mean, I don't know. I like to think that we have enough employees and we have a good enough system, and everybody's worked together so long that each person does their job like they're supposed to, and we're not running around doing repairs or warranty work. We do it right the first time, and that alone can open up a lot of your time.
Yeah, well, listen, Approved is offering a great deal. So if for no other reason, all this other stuff we talked about, listen to the deal. 10% off all tuck pointing repairs that are completed by March 31st. So you still got a couple weeks so you can get that done. That includes a free chimney cleaning with inspection and an option to accept a free preservation package. To get in on that deal, call them at 314-780-6080. It's Monday. If you dial 314-780-6080, he will service your home before the end of the week, correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
I mean, how can you ask for more than that?
I mean, you really drive a point there. I didn't think about your chimney is taking a beating from all points of Mother Nature. So I say get it done. All right, thanks, Kent.